Good morning, everyone. What do we got? What do we got? Huge red day. So, as usual, the chart plays out, right? Overall downtrend, right? Look at the chart. Overall downtrend. Any move to the upside has been rejected. Lower highs, higher lows, broke out to the downside at market close yesterday, and we were testing support, right? Market close. Now CPI data comes out and boom, right? The chart always plays out, right? News tends to play out with the chart. The chart typically can factor in news. Not always, obviously, right? News is obviously, an unknown factor, but a lot of times inside sources know what's going on. So again, market is down 1.9%. SPY, right? QQQ tech getting hit heavy, 2.65%. IWM down 1.8. So tech down the most. Interesting day, right? At open, not going to be doing anything, right? I want to wait for the market to settle a little bit, see where we bounce, right? If we go back to where we are in pre-market here, this orange line that I have here, right? We're kind of in the middle of a range. We don't really have many support or resistances above. 347.93, we bounced off of a few times, right? Previous support, previous resistance. Nothing really too major. If we go back here, right? We have this previous resistance, support, support. So that's above, but then below, right, we have this previous resistance, previous support. So we are in the middle of this range. I'm going to set alerts at both of these levels, right, just so I am aware of what could potentially happen here. But then again, right, if you just play the chart, which is what I do, I only play the chart. I don't care what CPI came in at, right? The market can go up, down, sideways, left, right, diagonal. It could go backwards for all I care. We could still make money in any single market. As long as there's a setup presented or a setup available, we can make money, right? So it doesn't really matter if the market goes in any direction, right? Ideally, these huge swings are better for day traders, right? There's going to be more volatility, and right, options are going to pay more when we have moves like this. Okay, so this is what we want. Social Security benefits will increase 8.7% next year. That's the biggest increase in 4 decades. Wow, that just came out too. Let's see, VIX is negative, right? So VIX does its own thing. VIX is an animal of its own. Right, previous resistance, we rejected this level multiple times, right? Back in June 13th and June 17th. We rejected it September 28th, right? Now we rejected it this week. And now we're breaking down below this trend line I have here, right? Multiple times we tested this level here. All right, bounce once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and then we finally fell down below. So VIX needs to get back up in this region here. We want to see continuation to the downside. What was CPI data during the months in 2020? I don't really remember. It's not really something I focus on too much, right? I just play the chart. I'm looking for support, resistance, and patterns. Right? All that other data is irrelevant to my strategy, right? Obviously, it's important in the in the world and the market, but to my strategy, I don't care, right? Because I'm just playing the chart. Right. Anyone, right? You could be focused on a bunch of different things. There's so many different factors to the market that you could pay attention to. But to my strategy, the only thing that matters is support and resistance. Make the music a little bit lower. Every setup is down, so there's really nothing to go over setup wise. Anyone have any charts that kind of look good? Let's go over some of the larger time frame stuff here. This chart looks pretty good. IWM rejected multiple times off this trend line here. Can I take a look at Netflix? Sure. Let's see. If you want me to look at a chart, just give me the ticker and then give me the time frame you want me to look at it on. Yeah, I alert everything in the Discord. And the Discord link, let me just post it here. Actually, let me fix this. There we go. Boom. In message. So Netflix is at support here, right? We bounced once, twice, 3 times, and 4 times, right? So this is the low of this, demand range. So it needs to hold 211.69 today. Okay. When trading SPX, you use SPX or I never use ES, right? This is a future, never use it. I've never traded based on ES. It's just a future of SPX. But Netflix, with 212 taken out, yeah, I mean, if that gets taken out, that can go to, right, just the next support or the next resistance below, right? This was the previous resistance, 207, right? So this would be the next level it would push for, right? Simple as that. Nvidia, right? Nvidia opening up below this triple bottom here. Let's see, right? Previous support back at 115, and it's got this next level of support at 107.86, right? Previous resistance acted as a support, so most likely this level is going to act as a support. Do I think a limit down is coming soon? No idea. There's no point in trying to predict it. Just play the levels, right? If the market breaks through this level, then it goes to that level, right? If the market does this, you do that. Made your first trade on Tuesday. How'd it go, Charles? What do I think of Tesla below 207 major support? Let's see. All right, so Tesla at the lows here. All right, 206.93. Yeah, multiple times it's tested this level. I'll set my alert, but again, today I'm going to wait for an intraday setup. All right, I'm gonna wait for an intraday setup to present itself. That's what I'll do. All right, I'm not gonna take anything in open, right? Because we are opening down a ton, right? Most stocks are down 3 to 5%, and I will wait. All right, I'll be patient. There's no need to rush into any single setup, right? There's never a rush, never a rush. Premiums are going to be very inflated today. How do I account for that? Again, just playing the chart. Right? The only thing I worry about is the chart. That's it. Right? Even if premiums are inflated, you could still follow the chart and make money. So here are the levels on SPY that I'm looking at. Right? Here's all the support and resistances. It's very easy to identify them, right? I'm just looking for common levels across the board that act as support and resistance. You made $76 in 10 minutes. That's amazing, right? You can make a ton of money in this industry. It's great. Yeah, let's check out McDonald's. Actually, McDonald's always does well when the market's doing bad. It's down 1% in pre-market here. Where are we? All right, so pretty decent setup actually. Right. So one thing actually, before I even chart this, when you look at this chart, you should be able to tell right away the setup that we have. Right. This is just a typical bear flag. Right. If I inverse this chart, whoops. If I inverse this chart, right, anyone would say this is a bull flag. Right. We had a triple top here. What is going on here? There we go. Right, we had a triple top here. 1, 2, or quadruple top, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have this level here. We have this here, and then on the smaller time frames, right, you can even chart this. And I'll change that color to identify. Right, and that's how it would work. All right, so this could continue potentially breaking this way, which is to the downside. All right, this is a typical head and shoulder pattern. Well, on this inverse chart, it's an inverse head and shoulders, but this is a head and shoulders. All right, so this could totally see 228. All right, we have the neckline, we have the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. So if this breaks this low here, first it needs to break this level here, 232. Then it needs to break 230.65, and then it would test 228. All right, that's how it works. Easy as that. Right, ideal entry would be, somewhere up here. All right, and why would it be up here, right? The ideal entry for the best risk to reward is going to be in this region, right? Because then you'll have a stop loss above, right in this region. Stop loss will be right here, and your price target is the lows, right? Because if you enter here, then you have more to lose than to gain. If everyone could please drop a like on the video, I would appreciate it. We're only at 36 here. Let's get it to 100. Road to 10K subs. We're at 8,500. Let's get after it. Let's get to 100. Like. All right. I'm going to add this to my watch list. Yeah, I already covered the levels, but here it is again. Right, market's sitting right here at 349.16. These are the levels I'm looking for. But I will be waiting for an opening range to take any sort of trade. But, you know, other than that, I'm just gonna be waiting, right? Tech is down a lot, 2.8%. Now SPY is down 2.1% in pre-market, right? So it's continuing to the downside here. Here's pre-market. Right, here's when CPI came out, and it drops big time. What questions does everyone have? Shoot your shot. Drop a like in the video. So right here on ES, forming a kind of a reversal pattern or a continuation pattern, right? Either can happen here. All right, so it's starting to form this channel, right? If this breaks out, right, you can see some more upside, but then I would look for puts out of rejection, right? Because overall downtrend. Any day is a good day to sit out if there's no setup, right? Don't try and rush a setup, right? If there's no entry, exit, whether it's for a profit or a loss, then don't take a trade. Opening range is no specific time frame in my opinion. I just wait for a high and a low to be established, and then I could trade that range, right? And that could be in the first 5 minutes, that could be in the first 30 minutes. It's different every single day. It took me a few years to do this full time. I didn't quit my regular job until I was making more from trading consistently, right? Not just 1 year in a row. I needed to be doing it consistently. If everyone could please drop a like on the video, I would appreciate it. All right, so creating this little flag here on ES, which is just SPX futures. VIX it's just you know, has a mind of its own. It's also pre-market, so all right, take a look at SPY here in pre-market. All right, so let's see what happens. What's up, Chris? Yeah, about 2 years. I was in commercial real estate. Tomorrow, I plan on trading live. All right, I'm gonna stay on YouTube at 9:30 open. All right, so make sure if you wanna, you know, watch me trade live and hear me, see my screen at the same time. Make sure you attend tomorrow. I expect all of you to come. All right, I'll start at 9 o'clock again, and I will be, all right, as usual, always in the Discord. I'm on voice chat until I, make my trades. And then once I'm done with my trades, I'm done for the day. All right, it's as simple as that. I try and be as consistent as possible. I try and get, one green trade a day, or one green trade whenever there's a setup available. And that's it. So Charles asks, when there's a falling wedge like this, right, it's in a clear downtrend, does it still usually signify a reversal, or would you see that as a continuation? Right, so first of all, a falling wedge is a continuation pattern, right? So this is a continuation pattern. Oh wait, no, if it was this way, right? So if the wedge was, right, let's say we have, right, so this is different than a falling wedge. So this would be a falling wedge. Let me just chart it out quick. Right, if it was like that. Right, so the difference here, let me redo this. This is a continuation pattern, right? It typically looks like this. It's hard to draw upside down. This is a continuation pattern, but when it looks like this, which is these are hard to draw by yourself, holy. Right, it typically will act like that. And this is a reversal pattern. Gotta fix these. Right, it will typically look like this. Right, so that's the difference. Tough to draw. But I have it listed on the cheat sheet that I've created. I quit my job when I was making more money than my full-time job. That's it. Beast. I had spot put YOLOs. I won't do that anymore. Your style's the best. Yeah, I don't take any YOLOs. Right. YOLOs are just another method to fill your gambling addiction. Not saying you have one, but beast mode, but in general, right? YOLOs are just, oh, let me just risk this because I could potentially make this. Right. You don't want to be trading like that. You want to be, right? You want to act like this is a business. Right? You don't want to YOLO money on a business, right? If you have a business, right, you don't want to just put money out there for no reason, right? You don't want to risk money for, right, something that has a low chance of hitting. Yep, I trade live in voice chat every day until I either take a trade or if there's no setups available. Right? Because if I'm not on voice chat, then I don't see any setups. Right? And that's what everyone should follow, right? There's no need to be trading in the middle of the day. I never trade in the middle of the day. Right? After 11 o'clock, no chance I'm trading. No chance I'm trading. Rusty, how would I go about that? I don't know how I would do that. I definitely could look into that. Oh, here we go with the bots again. Unbelievable. Stupid Tinder. A YOLO and a lotto are the same exact thing, right? they're the same thing. So here, right, we're starting to create a higher low. This could potentially break here for push up, right? And they typically test that first high. Right, so this level here would be the first level, and then right here is a great area to take puts if this did decide to break out. Will there be a relief rally today? I have no idea, right? No one knows what's going to happen. The only way to be consistent is to play the levels, right? If the market does this, you do that. If you try and predict and you start playing based off gut feelings, you're gonna lose money. Did real estate give me the ability to trade full time? Absolutely, right? It's the foundation of everything, right? A job is basically the foundation of everything. Without that, I wouldn't have been able to afford living. You blow up your account by trading in the middle of the day. Yep, that'll happen, right? Also, you're risking too much if you're blowing up your account. It happens to everyone, right? I blew up my account multiple times. So, it happens to everyone, but, learn from your mistakes. It's going to happen. And there's only one way to learn from your mistakes. And, that's by making the mistakes first. Yeah, I alert all my entries and exits on voice chat. Let's see what happens here. Market opens in 4 minutes. Right, this is a good risk to reward for calls, but I'm not going to take it. Right, I'm going to wait for an opening range. But if you do decide to take calls here, right, this would be the entry. Stop loss would be below here, and price target is the highs here. That's how you trade this pattern. Right, I would take it at the break of previous resistance. I will not be taking this trade because I want to wait for an opening range. Yep. So what Chris said, right? Help with the YOLO mentality, fear, emotions, right? It's all about probabilities. Limited amount of trades, right? With the best setups possible, with the best risk to reward, with the best probability. Which the best setup trades are, right, the patterns on my cheat sheet. Right? That's why all the analysts are always mentioning this has a great risk to reward, right? We're only taking trades based on risk to reward, right? Because that's going to give us the highest probability to make the most, right? So let's see what happens. Right, it's testing this resistance here. Market opens in 3 minutes. Right, so this is the plan, right? This is how you plan a trade, right? So technically, if you wanted to trade the plan, right, you would enter calls here. Right, that's how you plan the trade. Right, and you have to understand that not every setup's going to win, right? These setups have about a 70% probability of hitting, but great risk to rewards all the time. And yeah, right. This is also a setup in pre-market, so it's totally lower volume. But let's see what happens. This could potentially break out when market opens. I'll be on voice chat. Right. So yeah, what Chris said also, right? Thinking in a monthly perspective, not a daily. Right. When it comes to percentage, helps a lot. So with that being said, let's transition over to the Discord. I'll keep you updated on how this plays out, just for, you know, just for your knowledge. I'll see you in the Discord.
All day.
Hey, hello.
Hey, what's up?